Stadium, Baton Rouge. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas Longhorns and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Longhorns kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some...
Looking for a big play. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes...
Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The fake and wants to throw. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. To the air, it's Levitt. Out wide left, it's Berry. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on 4th.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs? They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now they'll run it to the right here. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, That'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Hauls in the deep ball. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. The 10. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Buying time to his right. Fires on the move. Has it. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Caden Durham. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Couldn't find room for the big play. It'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Raiola. Out wide right, it's Smothers. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Smothers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Sets his feet. It's Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Final play of the quarter coming. Give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Offense in a bunch formation. Making the adjustment. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Looking for a huge play. Upstairs to make the catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got the back over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. Boy, they did it right there.
Running inside. It's Berry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give them time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Texas offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Throwing Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Right side, it's Coleman. Off to the races. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Here's Durham. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Raiola to throw. Rolls right. On the run, fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Townsend. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Rush right in his face. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Trying to convert the third down. Here's Raiola. Snags it at the 30 and still running. He's loose down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Sets his feet, it's Levin. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Second down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Watkins. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Wilson. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Yeah, and nice play by the QB, understanding when to get the ball out. This is something that I guarantee you, Palmer, you and your receivers did all the time at Florida.
A shot toward the end zone. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Second and long here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Dropping back, it's Levin. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Here's Raiola to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. up the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He's changing the play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Green. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our wraparound with Clemson, taking on the number 10 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return.
And it's Clemson with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
From the gun on third down, Raiola. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Found a little running room on that one, picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They go to the counter. Turning it on.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Handoff, Durham running left. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Out wide left, it's Harris. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field.
Got it. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Going to take a shot on second and short. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Raiola hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. From the gun, looking for a man. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
The Longhorns send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got great speed. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't.
A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Going to throw it deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Berry. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
Tight end now in motion. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
The play fake. Buys time to his left. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Escapes the pressure going right. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running it to the right. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Throwing Raiola. Left side, it's Wingo. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
Again, it's Raiola. Finds his man. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Here's Raiola to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Right side, it's Riley. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They're all over him. Perfect timing on the hit to keep it from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Raiola to throw for it on fourth. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Play action on first down. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Touchdown, Texas! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Coming out with it, it's Berry. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. They'll start on the ground with Durham. A really nice run from deep in his own territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Out wide left, it's Green. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff, Caden Durham. Got the first down, and they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Levin. Fires toward the end zone. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And a great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Left side is Green. Runs through a man. He might have some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And he's brought down after a short gain.